it. Well, flea markets can be a good source for some great finds. And vintage expert and host of a new web series, Flea Market Minute, Bob Richter, is here with some of the top things to score the next time you go bargain hunting. So welcome. Thanks for being here.
Nice to be here.
Okay, so now what makes something vintage?
Well, 20 years makes it vintage.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And now, what do you say? Like, how do you avoid paying too much?
You have to ask for the price. Then you ask for the best price. Then walk away for a little bit and make an offer.
Okay.
And chances are you'll get a really good deal, but have in your mind how much you want to pay.
Okay, because that's going to be your bottom line.
Don't let emotion take over.
No. I mean,
oh my God, I gotta have this rug.
Because then they see you and they say you're a sucker and they're going to make you pay more.
Exactly, but don't diss it.
Okay.
Because dealers don't like that. It's like, if you're dissing it, then why are you trying to buy it?
Totally
right?
true.
You gotta
Wow.
find that soft
There's a whole
spot in the middle.
psychology behind this. All right.
I'll show you.
So let's talk about art. You say that there's something for everyone at flea markets.
Absolutely. As illuminated by this piece of pop art.
Wow.
And this still life. Both by listed artists.
Okay.
Neither one's a Picasso, and frankly, who cares?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is so cool. It's by a graffiti artist named Crash, John Matos. This is by an artist who's Korean, Myung Ja. I bought each for under $200. If you go into a gallery, guess how much you pay for
Oh my
art
God,
like this?
thousands of dollars.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Both bought at the flea market right here in New York City.
Unbelievable. Now, and you say you don't have to spend a ton of money. So
No.
that's where you can go and you can have a budget and you can actually meet it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now let's talk about frames. These are one of your favorite things to find.
I love vintage frames because I have a lot of vintage artwork and vintage photographs. The one in the front is a picture of my grandparents, and it was on New Year's Eve, so I found this great frame. It's got,
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's got like this faux snakeskin
But it has
feel.
like a lot of texture to it and different colors.
Can I tell you, I paid $3 for it.
You're kidding me.
Do you know how much would that would be at a big box store?
That looks so high-end. There's one website that I always look at that they have that type of feel. And
look at my website.
I know, definitely. I need to. That is so awesome. And then let's talk about these two here.
Sure. So this one, just a basic frame, but I had the print, and I put a mat in it in the frame. Total cost to me was about $10.
Unbelievable.
And this guy right here, I'm in love with, probably had a wedding photograph at one time, long gone. I took it to my framer and had a mirror put in it.
Which mirrors are so expensive.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
$20
wow.
for the frame and $10 for the mirror.
But you know what? I think a lot of people are very intimidated by flea markets. Do you have to go with a strategy?
You know what? You need to go with an idea of what you're looking for, because otherwise you go goo goo gaga and
it's overwhelming.
Glaze over. Yeah. And you want to avoid the toenail clippers and tube socks and all of that stuff.
Unless you're going to disinfect them. No, I'm kidding.
No. Speaking of, make sure you bring your hand sanitizer, because porta potties are not for the faint of heart.
Oh, not for me either.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about China, because a lot of people love China, but you have to spend a fortune on it.
You don't if you go to the flea market.
Really?
Yes. This is Limoges, Royal Limoges from the 1960s. I bought an entire service for $6. You ready? For $40.
What? This looks like it's so Mad Men. Like, you know, it's
fantastic.
It really is.
And I have used this all of the holidays this year. I'm in love with it. I say use a cup and saucer every day of your life.
Why
it feels
not?
good, right?
Yeah.
But if you go into a retail store, one place setting would be about 250, 350 more. Everyone who's ever had a wedding has China.
Totally.
So
and they
it's
need to get rid
there.
of it sometimes.
This was in a box. The guy didn't want to move it. He thought he'd break it. So I got it for $40.
Okay, but you mentioned there was a name brand. Like, how do you know that something isn't a fake?
Well, first of all, turn it over. Look on the back.
Okay.
This is telling you everything you need to know.
Okay.
It's Royal Limoges. It's
Royal
on the
Limoges.
other
Oh, there
side.
it says it.
Yes, there
and it
are
says
all the marks.
France down here.
Totally.
Okay, so this looks legit to me.
Anytime it says France,
that's
you know it's legit.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
But there are some things that are faked. So obviously this has some age to it. You're pretty good. And if you pay $40 and it's fake, who cares? It looks great,
yeah,
right?
totally. Well, now let's move on to furniture.
Yes.
You say that you can find some great furniture at the flea markets.
This miniature chest is illuminating furniture, because I came here in a cab, so I wasn't going to bring a table and chairs. But you're into mid-century modern. So like Eames chairs, cool dinette sets. It's all at flea markets. And here's a hot tip. At the end of the day, the prices go down because dealers don't want to take it home with them.
So true. So you go to the flea market toward the end. Oh my God, that is really smart. And now, Is there something better that's easier to find? Like, do you think that tables are easier or chairs, or is it just kind of like you really have to look? You have to be in it?
I say go for wooden furniture, right? Because the minute there's fabric attached to it, you got a whole different animal.
Okay.
How do you clean it? Do you want to replace it? I do stuff like that. For the everyday person who goes to a flea market,
it's more of a challenge.
Chest of drawers, right? How expensive is a dresser at a big box store?
Again, thousands of dollars.
I promise you can get one for under $100.
Unbelievable. Now, quickly, let's talk about rugs.
Yes, one of my absolute favorite topics. Rugs, I just went into a major store here in New York. The one I liked was $10,000. I found a similar one at the flea market for $200.
Wow.
Think about it. This all comes from estates. People had rugs.
Yes, but you know, you have a great suggestion for people because some people take the rugs home and they
lay them down.
No.
You want to clean that rug.
Yeah, totally.
So I, bring a trash bag along, throw one in your car, throw one in your bag, put the rug in it, have the rug people pick it up, bam, and have a mat cut for it, and it'll last longer. You
are just a genius. Now, quickly, I do want to show something. You have the coolest ring on. Please tell me that you found this at a flea market.
I found this outside of Ralph Lauren on Prince Street. It's a guy named Patango Maybe.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Wow. Okay, now, flea markets are a great place to find some designer stuff as well, which I didn't know, like the Louis Vuitton bag that you found.
Yes.
You actually sold it to one of our guests?
I did.
What? Let me see this.
Before I left,
okay,
one of your guests came up to me.
This is a video of the last time that you were here with John and Jill. And so this is the bag. What happened? Tell me the story.
One of your guests, let's call her Adele Dazeem.
Okay.
Came up to me and said, I love that bag.
Wow.
How much? And, I'm not in the business of keeping stuff.
Sure.
I'm in the business of hunting and gathering.
Yeah.
So this person loved it, and I marked it up a little bit, sold it before I left the building.
Wow.
Fantastic.
You are a
That means
genius.
I can buy something else.
Exactly. You didn't have to lug it back home with you. Wow. Well, these are great finds, great bargains at great prices. So thank you so much, Bob Richter. And also, we want to remind people the web series, Flea Market Minute.
That's right.
You got to check it out. Thanks so much.